If Twitch had tickers, what would Amaranth be? If Twitch had tickers for streamers, Amaranth would be Tesla. It's true. Doesn't matter what. Bad news, recall, fire, bans, doesn't matter. People keep buying. Value keeps going up. I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it. I'm just saying, you have that cult following. You have the people will defend no matter what, and then everybody else who's not a part of it hates on it. You say, how is it like this for this long? And then you realize, I don't know, but bravo, it just keep going, whatever. I would say that she's like the Tesla. What would my stalker? Oh, the stock guy? Once great. Okay? 70K Andy. But you know something? You still bag hold it because you believe. Hassan? If Hassan was a stock ticker, I would give him Netflix. Big market cap. And anytime there's a new event, whether it's a new show, a new thing, whatever like that, it pops and then slowly dribbles down until the next event or whatever slowly dribbles down. So it's still maintaining that market cap. And there's always going to be competitors that come in, but for some reason, no matter how much you think those competitors are going to take down that, Netflix, doesn't matter. It just keeps going. XQC would be Apple. And I don't mean that because it's like the best stock out there, but it's got the number one market cap overall. Sure, there's others that come close to it from time to time, but it just continues to stay the top market cap. And even though it falls from time to time, there's always something that comes out that pushes them back up to where they were. And they just sustain the top of the market. And if the rest of the market goes down, they go down with it, but they stay at the top. Mizkif? I'm not sure. Let's see. If Mizkif was a stock, I would say, because I don't just think about viewership. I think of what I think of their potential in the future, what kind of content they do. But I don't watch them enough, so it's just kind of like off the cuff. I would say he's GE. Because GE was once pretty well known and then fell off and then kind of made a comeback. Made some changes, got into some controversy, right? And then just steadily went up, and just was massive. Nobody really understood why, right? Like, they're like, why? I don't get it, but it just kept getting bigger. And then it diversified into 4 different companies or 4 different sections of its company, which allowed it to kind of, because it kind of, everybody knew it was kind of like had a lot of downside potential, but by spreading that out, it could last longer and keep up with what it's at. So I would say GE. Trainwrecks. If Train was a stock. This is ironic, but you're going to understand why. I would say Caesars. And not because of the gambling. That kind of plays a part into it, but I would tell you why. Caesars has gone from a one type of stock play, right? One type of stock play. Then they diversified a little bit. Then they kind of disappeared. Then they rebranded, and that gave them so much more upside when they added like sports betting and when they started adding sportsbook and whatnot, that they've exploded. But they've spent so much money rebranding that there is some concern if they're going to be able to keep up, right? Because they've spent a lot of money on the rebrand and the new ventures they're taking, that a lot of people are saying to myself, okay, they've got the potential for this, but are they going to outspend their growth? Pokemon? Pokemon is Microsoft. I'll tell you why. Oh, she said Dada. One break, guys.
I was saying.
She came in, she smiled, she goes, Dada.
She won't come to me. I said you want to go Dada, and she came running.
Hi, with my little butch haircut. Hi, cutie pie. Did you just wake up from your nap?
Yeah.
Do you want to show them your new haircut? Yeah. You want to say hi to them?
She looks so pretty.
She looks like she needs Birkenstocks and a fucking Subaru. What are you talking about? You just woke up. You got bags under your eyes. Hey, baby. You see, good. Come here. Huggy huggies. No, I'm not giving you back to mommy. You're fine. Do you want to give them a YOLO? Yeah? I love you. All right, let's give him a YOLO. Come on.
Started growing up in front of our eyes.
It's okay. You can love whoever you want to love, okay? I won't judge you. All right, let's go into your YOLO channel and let's give it to them. How's the cow go? How's the crow go? Caw, caw. How's Bayo go? Bah, bah. How's the cow go? All right. Let's get you in your little, yes, I'm bringing it up. I'm sorry I'm taking so long. Llama. Mad llama. Mad llama. Aren't you happy that you learned that llamas are real yesterday? Okay, yes, here's your baby YOLO. I'm here. Oh, she's mad that I'm not looking at her. Okay. Okay.
Said she looks just like you.
That's what that guy said. All right, baby girl, they're already praying for you. Okay? You have outpaced the market by a lot. You ready to go again? Okay, yeah, try that again. Okay, one more. One more, go for it. Okay. All right. I love you. Yes, I do. Aw, I love you too, baby. Thank you. No, I'll play with you after. I'm going to put the thing on the bike and we'll go for a bike ride, okay? Yeah, okay.
They should.
We go swingy swingy too? Yeah. I love you. I do. Okay, I got a show to do, baby.
Alright, come on, let's go.
All right.
Let's
Oh, nope, you gotta go with mommy. Oh, be a lady. Cover yourself. Okay, you gotta go with mommy. No fighting today, okay? All right. Mwah. You gotta go.
Gum gum gum.
Bye, baby. Oh, whoa, baby. You gotta go with mommy. Go ahead.
Gum gum gum.
Go ahead. Bye, baby. Oh. 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 All right. Pokemon is Microsoft. Why? Always innovating. Always keeping up to date with the latest of whatever's going on. Has its controversies, has pullbacks on those, but continues to gobble up smaller competition. Also has a ton of cash on hand. Diversifying, and has several platforms that it keeps feeding users into. Okay? Plus, it's got a brand that everyone knows and trusts. So yes, I would go with Pokemon as Microsoft. In other words, you buy the dips and you don't sell. All right, who's next? Who do you guys want next? Soda Poppin'? I don't really know Soda Poppin', but based on what I do know about him, I would say Soda Poppin' is Boeing, right? Once one of the top market cap stocks in the stock market. Everyone knows Boeing. Everybody wants to have Boeing, but everyone's kind of like, is now the right time? There seems like there's a lot of other options out there. And no matter how it goes, you always know it's there. You know that it's not going to zero and that it's going to come back eventually, or at least it'll always be a solid hold. There's going to be some wild swings based on what happens. And it may not be where it once was, but it's not going anywhere. At least not for now. Maya? Ooh, that's a tough one. There's a lot of stocks out there. Maya would be like BioNTech. This is going to get me in so much trouble. Maya's like BioNTech, right? Little known company, right? Little known company who nobody really, knew about, and then all of a sudden partnered with a very large company, Pfizer. And with that company was able to create a massive business from it. But that only lasted for so long, and everyone thought that when BioNTech moves on from its partnership with Pfizer that it would crash, but it didn't. It turns out that it made some smart business decisions and learned how to pivot what they did have from that into its own massive business, and now they're moving into other things like cancer research and HIV, immunotherapies and whatnot. So they're no longer reliant on that other, and never really were, but they've actually created their own company from it. And yeah, they're not nearly as big as they once were, but they're holding pretty steady and they're doing pretty good. This isn't the content I come here for? Oh, my bad. No, this is not gonna leave this chat. Don't worry, guys. Tyler 1. Ooh, Tyler 1 would be Disney. Tyler 1's Disney. Okay? And not because he looks like he'd fit in on all the rides. What I mean by this is Disney is massive. And they've got a conglomerate in a certain niche, right? Okay? And why that's important is they're massive and they go through swings, but they never pull back. No one's selling them. And when a certain event comes, whether it's reopening of parks, or it's a new Star Wars event, or whether it's whatever, they're going to be the top. You're always going to go back to it. That's number one. Even if you are into other stocks in the entertainment industry, right? Whether you're into Viacom or Paramount or whatever like that, at the end of the day, this is your ace in the hole. Like if somebody said pick one of these in this sector that you want, you're going to go with Disney. You know what I mean? Kind of like in the League of Legends, right? You know who everyone wants to watch if there's a major event, right? Sure, there's other people more interesting at the time, but at the end of the day, you know who the big boy is. Jake and Bake? Y'all gonna get me in trouble. All right. I love you, Jake. Oh, man. Jake and Bake is Intel. Once massive, everyone knows who you are. Just nobody wants to buy you. It's not that you're bad. I mean, we love you. We love you to death. We think you've got so much upside potential. You get back to where you were. But just not right now. Botez sisters? They're Johnson & Johnson. Steady stock. Pays out a good divvy. You know what you're going to get. But there's some controversies from time to time. And, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I mean, you know, like Johnson & Johnson recently split into two businesses for a reason. Okay. I'm just putting that out there. All right. One of them is your steady goer. The other one is a little bit of a wild card, and kind of is the one that they've kind of pushed to the side. Like anything goes wrong, we're gonna put it in this company. Anything goes right here. I'm just saying. Okay, this is true. They actually did this. Okay, but yeah, I would say Johnson & Johnson steady stock. You know what you're gonna get. Pays out a good divvy. People don't sell it. But it's not heavily traded, you know, a lot, and there's controversies from time to time that can cause it to have a bit of it's a bit of an interesting movement. Who else do you guys want? Muffins? This is OCGN. Was absolutely nothing. Then all of a sudden, it got attached to something else, which gave it some life. But turns out that it's always a disappointment. Less bag holders every day. E-Rob? E-Rob is Fubo. Okay? Hear me out, okay? Never quite going to be what Disney is. You don't expect it to be, right? Because we had T1 as Disney. Never going to be Disney, but it's not meant to be Disney, right? It caters to a totally different market, albeit a much smaller market, but an important market. And more importantly, this is what the chart looks like, but I think long term, I'd buy the dip on this. SFAN. If SFAN was a stock, I'm trying to think if I'd put him in the tech sector or the financial sector. I feel like he would be in the spec stock, but spec stock with strength that is able to rebrand and do a dual, you know. We already used up Boeing. I would say SFAN would fall more in line with Snapchat. I'd say Snapchat. Snapchat was something everybody knew and was kind of a staple and did its own thing. And then all of a sudden, it started growing. And the stock kept going and going and going. People weren't sure why. Like they got it, but it stuck to its brand. It stuck to itself. It just did what it was doing, and it kept going, going, going. Then there was a big shakeup, and we saw it kind of dip and kind of give back some, and everybody was like, oh, there's other things that are more important. There's other things that are bigger and coming out and stuff like that, so we kind of forgot about it. But then they kind of rebranded a little bit. They kind of flipped the script a little bit and started, adding some new content, new things to their platform. And now they're running again. And I think that encompasses S-Fan very, 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 very well. I think that's a very, very good thing for him.